So, is sales just a numbers game?
You're not going to like my answer, Jennifer, because I'm going to say yes and no. Now, the reason I'm going to say no, first of all, is the theory of sales does not work in practice. Now, that might sound counterintuitive, but the theory used to be if you phone 100 people, 20 will answer,
Mm-hmm.
10 will say no, 5 will take a meeting, 3 will take a proposal, and 1 will become a client. And on that basis, this idea of making salespeople and even individual business owners call 100 people a day, that's how this concept came.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, it's not true. And so, the reality is if you are specific with who you're targeting and you have done the pre-sales work, I consider it sales work. You would consider it marketing work. But a lot of people think this is not sales and marketing, of really defining who you want, where they are, get their details, make sure the database is correct, all these things. Then it does become a numbers game, but it's an educated numbers game. So instead of 100 phone calls, I might only need to make 20 because it's the relevant vertical and the relevant people. But it does become a numbers game.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's a totally different numbers game where you are much more specific. And I'm very against the former and
Mm-hmm.
very into the latter.
And
What
I would
about
say
you?
this
What do you think?
with marketing really is that everyone thinks it's a numbers game, like get the most followers, get the most likes, get the most comments, get the most email opens. But it really isn't. All of that will help, but first you need that targeted audience, and you would be much better with a highly targeted audience of, let's say, 1,000 to 2,000 versus an audience of 100,000, and most of them are not your ideal client and have no interest in what you're doing. So that's why everyone wants their video to go viral. That's great for exposure and you will get more people to see you. But just having a video go viral doesn't mean the people that are watching it are the ones who actually are interested in what you're selling. So you still do need to make sure that you're talking to the right people and have that strategy that reaches the people that actually need to work with you, not just people who are going to click like, because those make you feel better, but likes don't necessarily equal sales.
I haven't paid any of my bills yet with likes or shares. And when a company accepts that currency, that'll be wonderful. But until then, I always say WTM,
Yes.
which is where's the money?
Yes.
And if you can't answer that question, you're either doing something wrong or you should abandon what you're doing. Because WTM has to be answerable in the strategies you're employing in sales and marketing. And I think that's forgotten in a culture of likes and shares and meetings and all that. It's about revenue.